So I recently picked up a DJI Osmo Mobile in anticipation of getting rid of my original DJI Osmo over there. While the stabilization on the original Osmo was fantastic, the small sensor led to worse video quality than I had hoped for. Combine that with the fact that you have to hook it up to your smartphone in the first place just to utilize it, it seemed to make sense to switch over to a smartphone-only solution, especially since I recently upgraded to the Galaxy S7, which has relatively good video quality. The point of this video is to hopefully serve as a good comparison between the original Osmo and the Osmo Mobile to help you decide if the Osmo Mobile is a good fit for you. So with that, let's get started. Starting off with the physical differences of both of the devices. The handles are basically identical. You have the same rubber grip with the rosette mount on the left side, power trigger on the right side, and same indicator sections with the joystick, video record, and photo buttons. The battery opening on the bottom remains the same in looks and function, and the Osmo Mobile accepts the same intelligent batteries as the original Osmo. However, here DJI has made an improvement in the compartment door in that it doesn't just fly open like the original, and instead requires just a small nudge to open it after you unlock it. While the batteries and battery compartments may be the same, the way to charge them is radically different. The initial Osmo included a standard battery charger. The Osmo Mobile, however, includes a unique USB to 3.5mm jack to charge the battery while it's still inside the Osmo. It's the first time that I've personally seen a 3.5mm jack be able to charge a device, and DJI includes a warning sticker to make sure you don't try to use the cable on other 3.5mm inputs, as you could damage other devices because they're not meant to accept power. It also should be noted that on the Osmo Mobile, this is strictly a charging/data port now and not a mic in port, as you're supposed to use the inbuilt mic on your smartphone. I can also note here that you can use your smartphone to actively charge the Osmo Mobile via an OTG cable connected to the power cord. Connection to your smartphone is also a different system on the Mobile, as it connects via low energy Bluetooth 4.0 instead of a proprietary Wi-Fi connection. Battery life, DJI claims, is up to 4.5 hours on the Osmo Mobile per battery, as opposed to the roughly 1 hour of record time on the standard Osmo. This is entirely sensible, as the Mobile is only powering the gimbal motors rather than the motors and the actual camera simultaneously. The trigger button on the rear of the device still acts as a gimbal lock when you hold it in and will recenter the camera with a double tap. However, removed is the functionality of the triple tap to turn to selfie mode, which is, again, entirely reasonable, as you would lose your ability to monitor what it is that you're filming. Moving on to the gimbal portion of the Mobile, where the original had a collar locking mechanism which allowed you to upgrade to the various other cameras DJI offers, such as the ZenMuse X5, or even add the Z-axis adapter, the Osmo Mobile offers no such functionality and is a closed ecosystem in that regard. Also absent are the gimbal locking mechanisms that the original Osmo had, with the Osmo Mobile being able to only have the option of flopping around when the device is off. Comparing the accessories that come with the Osmo Mobile, instead of a hard carrying case, DJI includes a soft pouch in the box with some minimal padding and a couple of pockets on the inside. The aforementioned battery charger is replaced with the cable, and you still get the wrist strap that was included with the original. The DJI Go app still is the place to make sure that your phone is connected to the device. However, I find it incredibly less functional with the Osmo Mobile than with the original Osmo. While my S7 is capable of recording 1440p front-facing video and 4K rear camera video, the Go app only allows me to record in up to 1080p on either one. Also removed are the more advanced options such as shutter speed and ISO, with white balance and flash being the only things that are really adjustable outside of resolution. Now let's transition to actual footage from either Osmo, and then I'll come back with my thoughts on the Osmo Mobile. Alright, so we are testing now on the Osmo Mobile and the Osmo, just doing the same motions in either hand, going downstairs, clearly using the audio from my smartphone because the audio on the regular Osmo sounds like this. Just pure, absolute garbage. Both videos are in 1080p, with both of them set to the auto color adjustments and exposure levels and everything else. Just checking out the smoothness of either video. All right, now I'm going to run. I think it's pretty clear from the videos that either device does a good job of smoothing out the video and gives fairly stable images. They both still suffer from minor jostling due to walking, but I would call them fairly comparable. Some of the video on the mobile had a bit more jostle and jerkiness to it, but that was caused by having the optical image stabilization on for the S7 camera. Now that the comparison is out of the way, here are my main thoughts on the Osmo Mobile itself. It's fairly easy to use and get the phone set up in the holder for the gimbals. The mechanism for adjusting the fit of the phone is helpful and I would say more preferred than having a spring retention system, as you can have precise control over the amount of tension being placed on the phone. I really wish the Osmo Mobile was a completely auto-balancing system. However, it does require some manual adjustment of its horizontal balance via extending or retracting the horizontal armbar. It's not too difficult to accomplish getting the phone balance, but it was more input than I was expecting, especially since it's not easy to get fine control over the sliding adjustment of the bar when the phone is actually in the holder. Another grudge I have against the mobile, which will vary from phone to phone, is that I can't place it in such a way that I can attach a charger to my phone and have it in the holder at the same time. Putting my phone in so that the rear camera is unobstructed and the charging connector doesn't have too much strain on it leads it to be too heavy on the left side for the device to balance. And facing the charging port out on the left leads to the rear camera being blocked, which only allows me to do vlogging content at that point. I would really appreciate the rightmost side of the phone holder to have a micro USB or lightning power pass-through to allow the phone to be charged while operating the Osmo. It would reduce the battery life on the Osmo Mobile, but would be fairly solvable by carrying multiple intelligent batteries for the Osmo around. You may disagree, but that's a trade-off I would readily take. Regarding the control of the Osmo Mobile, I found it a bit more difficult than the standard Osmo to get the shot that I wanted. This is likely due to the fact that I got used to the size, weight, and maneuverability of the original, but the Osmo Mobile just felt a bit harder to control due to the added weight imbalance of my phone. I'm sure I'll compensate over time, but it's definitely been an adjustment period for me. The Osmo Mobile honestly mostly satisfies for me what I was hoping the original Osmo would be, a simple solution for quickly capturing steady shots while on the go. The main area that I felt the original Osmo felt short in was the simple and quick portion of that statement. Turning on the Osmo, making sure the phone was connected to the proprietary Wi-Fi, then making sure the phone connected to the Osmo in the app was a couple-minute process which rarely works seamlessly. Getting quick stabilized shots was hardly a realistic goal and took far more preparation than I wanted. I often found myself simply choosing to get rougher videos with my DSLR and phone because I could just turn them on and use them. The Osmo Mobile really satisfies that requirement for me here. After setting it up initially, it's as simple as sliding in my phone, turning on the Osmo, and then I'm good to go as long as I have my Bluetooth on. If the Bluetooth is off, the motors turn off after roughly 30 seconds. This is all provided that you slot your phone in the same way each time, as you can throw off the balance by placing it in a different part of the holder. It's also refreshing that I don't have to use the less functional DJI Go app to actually record video. It honestly wouldn't be an issue to use it if it had more customization options for shutter speed and the like, but it doesn't provide enough value for me to want to use it, especially since it cuts out the 4K recording that I can do with my S7. The only thing that I can see that I'm missing when not using the app is the ability to hit the record button on the Osmo handle to actually start the recording, but I can simply tap the screen on my phone for that anyways, and the ability to track objects for motion time lapses. Other than that, I would only use it to calibrate the gimbal and make sure the firmware is upgraded on the device. Overall, I'm incredibly happy with the Osmo Mobile and 100% ready to get rid of my original Osmo. A lot of this is thanks to the fact that the quality of the video on my S7 is so usable on auto settings, whereas the Osmo also took a lot of post-processing to get it to look the way I wanted it to. Also gone is the lag that was caused from having the phone connected to the Osmo via Wi-Fi, which would sometimes cause a significant delay in the live view of the recording. But since the recording is taking place on the device that you're actually using to film it, there's no lag. I'm also glad that DJI chose to keep the rosette mount on the handle and utilize the same batteries, which means I can keep and utilize all the accessories and extra batteries that I've already purchased. I really would like a way to charge my phone during use to be included in a second revision, but since I'm rarely recording for hours at a time that I can't take my phone off to charge it, it's not a huge issue. The Osmo Mobile may not be a good solution for everyone though. If your phone camera is poor or you don't have a large amount of inbuilt storage, then getting one with the included camera may be a better option. I will note here that I wasn't able to find a way to get the footage to save in my phone's SD card from the DJI Go app, but that's again readily solvable if you use another camera application such as the one that comes with the phone. Now that this comparison video is finished, it's time to say goodbye to the original Osmo for good and start producing more content with the Osmo Mobile. I hope you found this video helpful. Be sure to leave a comment down below with any questions you may have on things that I didn't explain well enough for you or may have missed altogether. You can subscribe to stay up to date on all of my tech related content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.